I noticed the lights were on and I thought you might be home. I wasn't sure.
Alright, so sorry about that. I actually got caught on browsing. But, anyways, oh, hi. How you doing? My name is B.A.B.E. I am the new tech. Only Tim's back. So, in regards to the new episode questions, B.A.B.E. is currently on his. So, not sure what time we're going to start, but for now, let's just do some talking. And also, I have food with me again. Streaming and food. Streaming and food. Never thought that. Never thought this is going to be my main content for my streams. But I have to say, I do love eating. Not in a general sense, but mainly because of cultural aspect. I think it all started when I started anime. Yeah, I think that was the starting point, actually. World. It all started in anime. I think Naruto. All started in. Wait. Sort of, it's like what's happening with the Korean Creek. Way back early in the 2000s, there was a Japanese Creek. Everyone and anyone wants. Everyone and anyone you see wants to experience Japanese culture, whether it's anime, movies, music, food. But in that regard, there's a restaurant here called Tokyo, where they specialize in fast food. Out of curiosity, my mom took me there and we were at the mall when I was a young lad. Me being the curious lad, I think, or just me being me. Ordered the California Maki. It's a sushi roll. It's a sushi roll with mango. Upside of it. For a day. Not really quite sure what's the things are. But sure. Anywho. I ordered those. I ordered those just out of curiosity. My mom was so I was very hungry back. I was really hungry and I don't know what to eat at Tokyo, so that was was the one I and my mom ordered udon yaki. Me not knowing what's actually food back. Just took my first bite. Then after that I stomach hurt. My stomach was hurting. My stomach was hurting. I don't know what was happening. Maybe because California first. Or just my stomach isn't quite used to raw food because considered sushi raw food. The stomach started to hurt. And my mom just laughed. Of course, because I ordered something that my stomach can't handle back then. But I'm really eating. After that, yes. Left and right, left. I started seeing food stalls. Me buying something on food stalls. Then me watching TLC food shows. That's actually where I first found Jamie Oliver. Jamie Oliver is one of those chefs really hire you to cook. But here's the thing. When other food critics criticize and not actually realizing, you'll start to wonder. Starting to wonder why some people. So in comes Uncle Roger. Uncle Roger watched one of Jamie Oliver. videos where he tries to uh, um what the heck? I forgot that fried rice thing. Ah, sorry, I forgot the name of I forgot, sorry. While I was trying to cook trying to cook, so out of nowhere, I was using chili. I don't know what the hell is chili jam. But basing it on Uncle Roger action, I think he knows what. But I do agree. Do not you do not try to English. Do affect. That's my most. Why when try to cook, try to follow it by the book. But let's go back to Uncle Roger. But already know where I'm getting at. I try to follow. I try to follow them, but I have to say, not the best. I can say something. I can tell. I can say something good. Oops, that something that. When first, when we first. I have connected. first arrived to Singapore, you know what the first lapsa and thick. And here's the thing about the flavor of authentic lapsa. It's delicious. It was. No one can tell me otherwise. And it's a good thing too, the one that died. I'll be damned. Really good. Means want to cook something. I want to cook with authentic. No matter where you are. But if you're going to the beach, well, make sure that it goes near. It's a will change. Change what the will change on what flavor will. Don't try to be one of them. Ooh, you should cook this. That will. It's delicious. Oh, it's disgusting. Okay, so I'm gonna. Okay, so train rang is here, so I'll be up for a bit. Be right back. woot woot. Uh, huh? All right, quick update for you, everyone who's going to watch this stream. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's been delayed. I'm currently setting up everything for the honest impressions in person. Hello everyone, welcome to Honest Impressions where we are back, baby, episode 15! Alright, so here we are. My name is PM, and with me here today is the Pope of the Yandere Church, Train Bang. Hal! Sorry, Hal! It's Hal. Sorry, Hal.
You've had Train Bang as a guest for so long. This is what happens, isn't it?
Yep.
How are you?
How are you?
How are you? Oh, God. Thank you for having me. I'm here at last. Wait. There's a slight delay in the camera again. But okay, hello. I'm Hal. I have a face. Not like that Train Bang.
Yeah, that Train Bang dude doesn't show his face.
He's a mysterious figure that doesn't want to show the world his face.
Yeah, he's actually PM's evil half-twin brother from another mother. He was.
I bet the Train Bang guy is ugly behind.
I'm sure he would love to hear that in person.
With us here today, the man who can create anything with a 3D printer, Omurice.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
And unfortunately, Sacred Edge won't be joining us today. But maybe next time. So a lot of things has happened ever since we were absent in Honest Impressions. There's been rain, there's been an earthquake, there's been...
Well, it's pretty much been rain and earthquakes the last few days. I mean,
Well, only one earthquake.
we got the Olympics.
Yeah, but most of the news that I'm hearing from the Olympics is from US being,
No.
being
You don't-
woke.
No, no.
You
No,
don't. You don't pay
not
attention
about
to that side of the Olympics.
I know.
You watch the opening ceremonies,
Oh.
and then you go
Ah,
back
yes.
to watch the closing ceremony. That's the Olympics.
I'll take note
Like,
of that.
that's the only time they can flex.
You see that, Train Bang? I'm a better partner on the show than you.
Now that's a better flex than I have ever heard. But as salty as that is, people losing, people winning, I think salt is going to be one of the main things about this topic of ours, because once you start and enter this rabbit hole, there's no escaping it. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about VTubers this time. I'm not talking about VTubers this time. I'm talking about gacha games.
Oh yeah,
Yes, gotcha.
the
Gacha.
wallet killers. Yes.
Ah, yes, the whale catchers.
I cannot really judge since I have whaled a couple of times. I've done it. I've played the games. I've uninstalled the games, installed them back, whaled again. Regret my life decisions after that point. Looked at my wallet and said, "Why?"
What?
Well, you're
I
already
have a question for God.
you're already simping for VTubers, so I think your wallet won't survive the ICU. So
To be fair, the super chats I've been sending have been decently amounted and budget. No, that's a lie. I shouldn't lie. Nope. There's no budget. There is no arrangement. I see VTuber, I click yes.
Yes.
Omo, your webcam.
Yeah, I know. I just shut it down for a second because
Okay.
I'm gonna do something indecent.
Oh, okay. So good to know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take on my jacket.
Okay. So you're putting on some
It
clothes
off.
with some
Take
music.
it off.
Ah, yes. Because my arms are getting cold.
How about
If
me?
I sing a song, will I get DMCA'd?
No, I'm going to be DMCA'd.
Okay.
So
I'm
okay, so
back
it's just
now.
your problem. I've been really trying, baby. Wait, no, I shouldn't sing that. Okay.
Alright, back
I'm not gonna do
to
that.
back to topic.
Mm.
So as you all know, as everyone know in my streams, people know me as the guy who plays FGO, and I think the my two guests here, as far as I know, they play Azure Lane.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, this one I have to be clear. Unlike Train Bang, I absolutely love FGO. I mean, the game's addicting. I'm on Lost Belt too,
Really?
but I have and then I stopped for a while to play Azure Lane because it was better.
Prepare for some heartbreaks in Lost Belt 2 then, because
Don't worry, I read the forums. I've seen. I've seen.
okay, you've
You
seen it.
You
Yeah.
basically spoiled yourself.
No. I blame Azure Lane because I found it was better. Azure Lane uplifted my heart. And-
Yes. Azerlane is actually more like more wholesome.
If you were
Wholesome.
if you were doing
Wholesome.
the events and the casual missions, but if you do Operation Siren and the other serious missions, it's
Yes.
dark as hell.
Pero to be fair, Operation Siren is actually the in-game content.
Mhm.
Somewhat.
It's implied that the sirens were not the evil ones; they were actually good.
Yes.
Huh.
So it's
I was saying-
I'm not gonna go into it. I'm not Train Bang. I don't tackle these details.
I'm not touching. Huh. I may go back to Azure Lane then.
Let's not spoil the others who haven't played Operation Siren yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's not spoil it. Snape kills Dumbledore. Oh my god. Oh no. Have I done it?
Tony
my-
Stark dies.
Oh, God. Before they take him to Isengard.
Taking the
In,
puppet to God. Thanos wins the NFL. Oh man. So gotchas. You guys start with gotcha.
Okay, so who should start with their experience with gachas? Because I have played a lot of gacha games myself, but I'm I'm just going to stick with FGO because that's where my a small savings has went with the GSSRs mainly. I don't whale. I don't want to
I
whale.
thought you said the USSR.
GSSR, guaranteed SSRs. So yeah.
Ah. So basically the
remember.
pity system.
Yeah,
My first-
their
my
version of the
first
pity system,
FGO.
yes.
The first time I installed FGO, the first servant I got was Tamamo Berserker. Tamamo
Tamamo
Cat.
Cat. It's Tamamo Cat.
Question about the pity systems. How many pulls do you here goes my camera again.
It's raining pics.
Wait, does FGO have a pity system?
No, not really. It's more on GSS, guaranteed SSRs,
Which is basically a pity system.
where all of the limited servants that they have will be put in certain pools, and there you're going to pick a certain pool of servants. After that, after you roll from that, you won't be able to roll on the other banner.
Ah. That's a confusing system.
It's kind of sad because I remember when Nero came out. This was a couple of years ago when Nero appeared in the 5-star role, and I spent what? How many quartz did I use up? 400 or 500, and I didn't get her.
Nero Bride?
And then, well, I think it was Nero Bride. Yeah,
It's Nero Bride.
yeah, it was Nero Bride, and I didn't get her with just 600. I was about to say cubes, quartz, and
Azure is getting into your system already.
I've been playing it longer. Oh, what happened was that after I ran out of quartz, I had a summon ticket. You know, I had a single summon ticket, and it was the day, a couple of days before the event ended.
Mm-hmm.
And I used the summon ticket, and I got her.
Nice.
Now, what
See,
pisses me off about that was that those were paid quartz.
E-
I mean, I got a lot of decent, I'd say 4 or 5 stars. I think how many Medusa lilies did I get? How many?
Medusa lilies?
Yeah, I got so many 4 and 5 stars that personally I felt were useless.
Mm-hmm.
That I never got my target, and only when I'm not rolling for it do I get it. So if that's their idea of a pity system, and that's their idea of what of pity, isn't that a little insult? This is how much we feel pity for you.
Well,
We
you,
give you nothing.
Ano?
well, you get.
Okay.
Well, you can post at for three certain groups. One one ticket, one SSR free to play. By the way, you can you can you can use that as a bragging rights, but I don't think a lot of people will be will be happy with that joke because it's already been overused.
Yeah, it's true. But that's where Trainbank's Musashi was interesting, because he quit the game and he downloaded FGO again on a whim, because Unlimited Blade Works was playing at the time, and he installed the app. He got Berserker as the first role. He skipped through the, he just rushed through the first singularity Fuyuki,
Mm-hmm.
and after he finished it, he rolled once with 2 summon tickets, and he got Musashi.
Nah,
It was the
no.
Musashi event. It was the Musashi event.
And and way back when I used 90 screen quartz to try to get Musashi, but no, I didn't get her. I got Dion instead.
It's that I think that's how much we should really rethink our lives. Because if that's their idea of pity, I don't want it.
Well, FGO is known for not having any pity system, so
FG is not known for having any pity. on its
FGO is not
play.
known for any pity. Period. Pity. What's that?
yeah, it's actually kind of a meme right now, where
Is that a peasant joke that I cannot understand?
pretty much.
Well, I guess we should summarize what FGO is for any newbies listening.
Mm-hmm.
FGO is Fate Grand Order, which is the mobile gacha game version. Oh, no, not version, but mobile gacha game tying in different Fate universes together,
Yep.
even those that are non-canon. Fate Ilia, Fate Stay Night, Fate Grand, no, Fate Carnival Phantasm, Fate Extra, Fate Apocrypha.
A lot of the Fate series
A lot of the
are
the
integrated in
non-connect-
FGO.
Yeah, a lot of the non-connected Fate series were, incorporated together to make FGO. And the point of the game is you play through the story, which is decent. You
But-
summon, yeah, I'll say decent. It's the nicest thing I can say. And you go through the game summoning servants to fight those missions for you. Now you may start off with weak ones, but as you continue rolling, you may get stronger ones. You may even get what we call welfare characters, which are given to you during the course of an event, which can become permanent.
Welfare servants are permanent characters,
Wait,
unless
so
you
they have that system?
unless you didn't finish the actual.
Yeah, you have to finish
event.
the event. You have to finish the event for them to become permanent.
Yeah.
So
So it's like in ano? So it's like in Azur Lane.
yes,
Like-
yes, it is.
Like they have these characters that are at first NPCs. You can use them, but you need to level them up you need to experience. You need to get bonding points, so to say,
Mm-hmm.
trust points for
The
them.
and the point system, the claiming point system in Azure Lane, you have to complete it so that you
Mm.
earn the character in the end.
But here's the thing: you need to you need to have them for them to get better points on the especially on the higher levels of events. You need to have them survive, which means you have to have them leveled up. But the problem is you cannot you cannot place them into a regular dorm system or have them do commissions. You the only way for them to level up is in you have to use them
Combat.
in combat.
I
That's why you
figured
need to
out.
beef. That's why you need to beef them up.
I kind of figured out the solution to that. When they released Enterprise Lily, Little
Mm-hmm.
Enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
What I used my Iron Blood fleet. So frontline, my Vanguard is Rune. I have
Mm-hmm.
complete max level fate simulation Rune, as in maxed out. I also have Lipsig,
I think
and
it's Lipsig.
and
Lipsy.
Rune Muse. They're all 120. So Lipsig is buffs. Will buff all Iron Blood units in the fleet. Rune is a shielder. So and she
She's
can take
basically the
it.
tank.
She's the super tank. Rune Muse is super shield because her shield does damage. And then the back line, I originally had adult Bismarck. No, I had Bismarck, adult Graf Zeppelin, and Graf Zeppelin little girl version. Now Graf Zeppelin little girl version buffs the entire fleet as well as her
Mm.
planes and all carriers. And Bismarck buffs everyone else. So it's a buff group. All I
Wow.
had to do was remove Graph Adult because Graph Adult doesn't really have any buffs. What Graph Adult has is attack power. But I replaced Graph Adult with Small Enterprise. Small Enterprise was level 60 in what? A day? 2 days?
God damn it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just I had that. I remember that event because I had, I think, 12,000 points within the first 4 to 5 days of the event.
Wow.
So
Wow.
more and more. So, but I can't do the same right now since I am doing the event for Idol Master Girls.
And here I am. And here I was thinking you're just doing Azure Lane.
No, Idol Master is the collab in Azure Lane right now.
Ah, okay.
Mm.
That's why.
Yeah, I already got Azusa, I got Haruka, I got Iori. Um, so I got actual idols in my boats.
But the thing with Azure Lane, their form of pity system is only limited to UR ships.
You are ships.
And
They
and the
have to
problem
work
is
for it.
and the problem is there's only two UR ships so far, which is Shinano and New Jersey. And you really have to work to get that pity system. Like you need to have basically 200, you need to do 200 pulls just to get even one of those URs.
I have a
Ah.
question about that. Since the event pulls use 2 cubes, does that count as one summon?
That counts as one summon.
So that means if I need 200 pulls, each
It's
2 cube
it's
use is counted as one.
yes. You can cheese it by
By using the light.
the light pool. Like,
Yeah,
you
but
pull from the light pool.
you see the conundrum I had at the time is I
You
only
thought
had
you thought
120
you each
cubes.
spending cubes.
Yeah, I had 120 cubes, and I was trying to roll for New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's like super UR. She's
Mm.
like the Chunibyo. She's the Weeby Chunibyo Lady of Power in the game so far, and you can roll for her or you can go for pity. You have a choice. Of
You have
course,
a choice.
you have a high chance of rolling for her and getting her instead of waiting for pity. So I
Pero
spent my
the good thing with Azurlane is they're pretty generous in their gacha chances.
more or less they're generous with everything else.
Mm.
On the subject of whaling though, if I didn't whale for it, but I have spent a lot of money on skins.
Like that's where you usually spend the most in Azure Lane. Skins.
Mhm.
Because with how generous they are with their cubes, like I already have a stockpile of 200 cubes at my disposal.
Wow.
I
And
mean,
that number rarely goes down.
don't
Wow.
ask me how much I spent for the summer event 2 years ago for Surkov in her swimsuit.
Ah, yes.
Oh boy! Even the promotional video was, woo, man! How did that air on YouTube? That was just, that was, that, I was like, it was so good.
Fan service though.
It was delicious. And then when the video was taken down in all social media platforms, I can't find it anymore. But it was so good. It was I mean, I don't even use Surkov, but I have that skin. It was like, it was that good.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
got needs. I have needs.
that's actually what I'm different in. I'm actually indifferent in regards to skins, especially for.
Does FGO have
Against-
skins?
Yes, the FG hosts have skins, but you can mostly get them through events. But although buying skins,
so far, guys, there's been a lot of quality of life improvements in Azure Lane right now.
Yeah, a lot.
Like
I
you
mean-
could literally grind for a stage. You could literally grind in Azure Lane without even having to touch your phone all the time. Like
Touch your
first
phone
they
all the time.
first they implemented the auto system,
Mhm,
which
Mhm.
is
Oh,
you,
big deal.
you can do auto combat.
mhm.
But the biggest quality of life improvement so far is the clearing mode.
Yep, absolutely.
Like once you cleared the stage, once you cleared the stage after achieving 100% on it 5
Mhm.
times,
Mhm.
it now it can you can now do clearing mode. I
Just-
mean, once you get the danger rating to safe, you can now do clearing mode, which means
Mhm.
in a certain stage, diba, you have
Oh,
to do
I
combat
can.
on every nodes. Now it goes auto. You don't
They
even
updated that.
need to
They
they
even
don't
updated
even
that.
you don't even need to transfer to the nodes now.
Right, right.
And
And you don't have to control the combat manual. You don't have to
mm,
tell you where to go. Originally, you were right. Originally, if you get the node to safe, it will auto clear. But right now, the only requirement is 100%. Not
yes,
3-star,
it's
just
it's now
100%.
it's now 100% now.
That's I got my other boats up to 120 in a week
Hmm.
just by doing
Just because of that.
chapter. Yeah, just by doing chapter 10-2, uh, level 10-2 on auto battle. I just
Mm.
click and I just leave. I do whatever else I want. Oh, the mission's done. Do it again.
Like you can
Do it
just
again.
retry. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I notice. Oh, my
Like
boats
the-
are pissed off at me. I've been overworking them. Do it again.
like like just put them into the dorm and they'll be happy again.
Yeah, yeah. Apparently, that they don't like being abused.
Pero don't get them to like 0 affection points to you because it's basically impossible to
Recover
get it
from.
back up. Yeah.
Wow.
Like
Yep,
once they
yep.
start hating you, once they start
Wait.
hating you, they own
Does the
like,
bond points in Azure Lane actually goes down?
Yeah,
Yes.
if you abuse them, they will go down.
or they die in combat. It goes down.
Wait, what's the effect of the 0 bond points? Permanent debuff?
Permanent debuff.
That's bad.
Ouch.
I'm relying on.
And their lines basically they say that they despise you because of it.
Huh.
So the only solution is to scrap them.
I told you 8 months ago I wanted to rest. How dare you? It's been 8 months since I've been working. You haven't told me to stop.
Pero do that to Rune and you get some pretty heavy lines.
Yeah, yeah. I don't wanna. I don't
You
wanna do
don't
it.
want a piece of Rune.
You don't wanna piss off Rune. That and precise. Oh, just for
Well,
PMs.
you don't piss off Rune for two things.
It's
Two
Rune.
things?
Because she's a
Rune.
Yandere, eh?
Mhm.
And second, Rune is a PR ship.
Mhm.
You can only get one PR ship.
One PR. What's a PR ship?
It's a priority ship.
it's
Like
a
basically
special build. You have to go
it's
through a
special-
lot
special
of
build.
trouble to make it.
you need to gather 2 million EXP, a
3 million
certain
plus the
amount of
first one.
cubes, like 10,
Wait,
10 cubes.
are those the research? Are those the research
Prince?
Yes,
ships?
Yes.
they're the research prints.
Yes.
Like you
Huh.
only get one of each.
Okay,
For that
damn.
PR level. In for PR1 I now have oh yeah, what he means by that is that unlike other boats that when you roll for you can get duplicates, you can
Yes.
only get one PR ship. So
Mm.
if that one PR ship hates the hell out of you, good luck.
Good luck.
And man, you'd have to be a dumbass to piss off Rune.
Mm.
I mean, Rune of
But
all
there
people.
you can't also you don't also limit break them like usual ships because they have no duplicates.
Yep.
You need to have blueprints of them
Blueprints.
to max out their level.
That's part of the research. So you
Mm.
have to do research to get prints. You need at least 600 prints for some of these boats to max them out. 350 to 400 to develop them. And then
Mm.
additional 300 or more for the luck stat because PR ships don't have luck.
Ah yes.
So imagine doing a gotcha game and you're fighting and you don't have a luck stat. Everything hits you and you don't do criticals.
Oh my god, that man, it's hurting my brain. It's hurting my brain.
Don't worry, it's really easy once you get used to it.
Plus Azerlan can also get quite technical with the equipments and such.
Very technical.
Well,
Like right
and-
now I'm still
and-
I'm still experimenting with FDG, like what builds I can use for her. Because
ah,
mm, it's kind of technical when you think about it.
yeah,
This is the beauty of gotcha games, at least at the present time. In the case of Azur Lane, they've given us a lot of quality of life improvements that make
Mm.
the game enjoyable to play, even when we're not actually playing it. So it provides us an option for brain dead mode, and unlike other gotcha games,
You can basically turn it into an idle game if you
exactly,
wish.
we just click and press and play, and then eventually you have to get back to it because there are some things that require you to do
Ah.
it. But when it comes to the EXP gathering, if it's something you've done
It
before,
makes
you
it
can leave it
easier.
alone. Yeah. Now, in retrospect, compared to other something like FGO doesn't have auto battle, not that I recall.
no, that it doesn't.
So that's
Like
another
that-
thing I hated
like-
about that.
Like that makes the Azerine the perfect game to play. Like you can literally leave it and then have a round of, let's say, I don't want to say league, or in my case, War Thunder.
Did you say league?
Yeesh. Don't say that again.
League of
League.
Legends. Well, in terms of FGO, they have made a lot of changes.
Pero unlike other gacha games that requires you to constantly pay attention to it.
Yeah, it's
Like it's not something that you can play on the side.
Yep.
no,
Well, I mean, that's one of the things that bothered me about Fate Grand Order. I mean, I love the design of the game. I
Yeah.
love the art. I love the gameplay. But
you really cannot put it
why
aside.
3 major things?
Yeah,
Ember farming.
hard.
No, it's not that it's hard. I mean, the mechanics are fun, but why do I have to be there every single time?
Yes, that
Right?
a lot of FGO players has been trying to tell the DW to make an auto farm. Maybe not in certain nodes, but in like things like embers and
Yeah.
QPs.
I mean,
But-
I'm just to be clear. This is not a stream about bashing FGO or which gacha is better. We're just comparing the quality of life differences between two really prominent games.
Yeah,
Yes, indeed, FGO's inability to skip or rather quick draw the ember farming for ease is a pain in the ass. I
Yeah.
mean, there are times I want to play a game at work, and
yeah.
I just want to press play, put the phone in my pocket, and leave it alone. But
Like make it idle.
Well,
Yeah, but
but here's the thing about FGO. Even if
One
they
of the
don't,
things.
there's a lot of good things that about the things that FGO has. But I don't think a lot of gamers will appreciate it. First and foremost, the most appreciated event in FGO is the lottery events. It is where you farm a certain currency, and then you use that currency to roll on a lottery where you'll get a lot of things. It's either embers, ascension materials, ascension gems, skill gems, everything. And here's the thing about those lottery events. The first 10 boxes has special items where you can where once you get it, you'll be able to either increase the power of your servants or a special item to ascend a welfare servant. A lot of veteran FGO players, what they do here is they don't do just the first 10 boxes. You know how many boxes they try to farm at when an lottery event is active?
all of them.
Yeah, just give me a specific number.
I'd say 100.
How about you, Omurice? Just give me a specific number.
I don't have any idea for that.
I mean, I would say more than 100 because I know
Because
people
I
with
haven't
so
played
many.
FGO yet.
I know a lot of people with a lot, and if you have quartz, you can keep extending your game. So 100 is probably small. But I'm gonna go with 100.
Yes, that's right. Actually, that's right. 100 boxes is small.
Yep, thought so.
A lot of FGO players, well, and I see that in a group. You know how many they farm?
How many?
How about 500?
Okay. It's just the 400 more than the 100 I suggested. I can accept that.
But here's the thing. Some of them actually goes to 1,000.
Oh well, yeah, that happens. Actually, does happen.
And a lot of them they just store they store it in their gift box until they're overspill. So that's actually one of the answers of DW in terms of the ember problems. But
I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah,
take away from the game being good. The game is still-
it doesn't actually answers. It doesn't actually answer the main problem. It's just it's just one of their patches to a problem.
Did they ever patch skip Noble Phantasm animation?
No, they
Because-
haven't.
Oh god, I needed that. I mean, I loved watching it in the beginning, the first 800 times.
Yes.
After a while, though, it drags on. This is my problem with FGO. The game drags on.
Yep.
It drags.
That's why a lot of the FGO players tries to use servants that has quick NP animations, like Paul Bunyan, Arash, the infamous Arash.
Suicide Archer, yeah.
Yes, a Suicide Arch. Who else? Eric Bloodaxe, the yielder of the Blood Axe. Spartacus.
Eric Bloodaxe, yielder of the blood. My God, I cannot get over that.
Spartacus, who really loves pain, and Caster Gillis, who loves Gillis, who loves his tentacles.
The best characters are Jack the Ripper.
It's a good thing you didn't say her other nickname. Because
She has another nickname.
She has another moniker.
Oh, you mean the nuclear code nickname?
Yes.
Okay, no, I'm not that dumb.
Yes, that name.
Okay, minor segue from FGO, because we've tackled that. Historically speaking, it makes a lot of money.
Yes.
Yes.
Azure Lane, it's easy, it's quick. There are few. It doesn't force you to spend, but if you do spend, you spend willingly. That's one
Y-
thing about AL.
to be honest, the most that you spend mostly on skins in
Skins,
Azur Lane,
and believe me,
they
you
do a
want a
really good job at that
really
because of
good
the
job at
skins. The
advertising it.
skins.
I know. It's like
That's what I'm actually. That's where I'm actually impressed of Azur Lane. They
Is
try.
there no?
They try to push on. They don't push you to buy. They don't
Like
push you to buy.
you can finish the game. You can even finish the game as a free to play player.
Yeah.
which, to be fair, is not easy either way. Not because you're
Mm.
free to play. It's just, come on, the game gets hard.
The game gets harder.
Yeah, chapter 11 onwards, you really have to work for it. No more
Yes.
auto battles. No more auto battles. You gotta control the ship's movements and everything.
The reason why there's no auto battles in the higher levels is because you have to manually control to avoid your ships dying.
That's how bad
Yes,
the enemies are.
yes, that's how. Dude, Operation Siren by the end game. Remember that the level cap in the game is level 120, but you'll be facing enemies with Shava max level of 128.
Yep,
Ha-
and that's
Like,
probably bound to get worse.
those levels, those 8 levels are actually,
A shitload of difference.
yes, a shitload of difference.
Wait.
Sure, there's a difference between
How
level 1 and
how many
level 8.
how
Pero
many
it's
how
still, it's
many
not as
level? How many levels? How many level of difference between a
Level 100, level 120 is the max cap for all boats.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
the
then
bosses have a max cap of 128 as of
128
yet. As of
as of
we know.
yet. Like
And
it's hard facing
120
bosses
alone.
that are the same level cap as your
Mhm.
ships, but it's harder. Like remember, those. It might just be 8 levels, but those 8 levels are the equivalent. Like it's kind of how do I explain this? It's kind of exponential in difficulty the higher you go.
Yep.
Like each level becomes progressively harder.
It's like you're playing Ultra Violence, but the
Mm.
boss is playing on Nightmare.
Oh.
Yes.
And and the you feel it, you know. You really do feel it. And the game has a way of letting you test yourself. Because
Mm.
there are events wherein you have to fight EX bosses. Now, EX
Mm.
bosses are not 120 level bosses, but they still hurt. And my 120 ships have not been able to survive Crosswave Suruga EX. The lowest I've been able to bring her down at 120 was 50.
Dude, do you remember Essex event?
Oh wait, oh no.
Like you have to press on something 5 times. I think you press on Essex avatar like 5 times,
To
and you
trigger it,
fight
yeah.
her. And you have to fight her
And you have to win.
as a secret boss.
And
But
you
here's
have
the thing.
you can only try once a day, right? I remember.
Yes, once a day. But that SX is really fucking hard to defeat.
Huh.
Uh, that's, I mean, I guess
It's
that's
a
the
nightmare.
difference.
It's a
If-
nightmare. Like if you're an Azur Lane fan, you might see Essex as that meme. Pero once you fight her as a fucking boss, you're gonna have nightmares about her.
Damn. Okay. Damn.
To give people an idea of what battles in AL and Azure Lane look like, unlike FGO where it's side scroll combat, Azure Lane is bullet hell.
Bullet hell. It's basically bullet hell.
It's side scroll Toho. Only with the
That I
higher
can
level
agree.
bosses, it's worse. It's much much worse. Particle beam lasers everywhere, homing beams that do damage that wipe out your fleet's HP to half within the first 3-4 hits.
You mean to say?
And
You,
you only have 2 minutes.
you mean to
2
say?
minutes to survive and win.
You mean to say that if you ever played Toho, That's just
Yeah,
that's just
you can have
training
an-
wheels. That's just training wheels for Azure Lane.
No,
Or-
no,
Oh,
no. You
no, no.
no.
Uh,
It's easy.
Azure Lane
Pero
is
Azure
easier
Lane can
than
have
Toho.
really ridiculous bosses.
Yes, but given that you're playing it on a cell phone and you're
right.
using your thumb
Yes.
and not on a keyboard,
Mhm.
there's a vast amount of difference.
Mm.
Especially with Toho, it's a bullet hell that comes from the top of the map.
Mm.
This
Yeah.
is side scroll.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Pero
I get.
here's the thing about Azure Lane then. Each ships each ships are kind of depicted realistically in terms of speed. And speed is important. Like you need to know when to trade off speed for armor.
Armor or power.
Armor or
It's,
power.
Huh.
The
Like
that's
you need to balance those three. Speed so that you can easily dodge the projectiles.
Mhm.
Armor to make sure that that your ships last,
Mhm.
and power to make sure that you finish the job before the 2-minute timer goes down.
because you do want that rank S.
Yes, the
Yeah.
rank S.
And
Like you
it's
you only have 120 seconds to get a rank S.
Yeah.
Like if you finish the round at 120 seconds, you
Mhm.
get a rank S.
well,
Yeah.
if you finish the round under 120 seconds with no one dying,
You get
get
an
a
S.
rank S.
Yeah.
You get
I actually get that because I played Azure Lane a little while ago when it was when I first released, and it was actually a good feeling in terms of when you get a rank S in a mission. That's how.
I mean,
Mm.
what
Azure Lane
what
is not a hair pulling game, to be honest.
No, no.
It's a pretty
And
chill game.
even if you lose, retry. I mean, you
Hmm.
spend oil, sure, but yeah. If you do
Retry.
lose the entire level because your boats suck, work harder, get good.
Get
Azure Lane would basically say get good.
Oh, okay. So here's the thing about some gacha games. In particular, FGO is not known for its PvP, but when it comes to other gacha games, PvP is prevalent.
Yes, of course.
Even in Azure Lane.
Yeah.
Azure Lane has PvP, but
Wait.
you're not actively playing against
Mm.
another player.
Yeah.
They have their own fleets enlisted,
Yeah.
and you fight the AI of those boats.
Yeah.
That's why there's actually like di ba some games have tier list of characters, like which characters are good or ano.
Mm-hmm.
Azure Lane has two. When you search for the tier list,
Mhm.
Azure Lane always has two: the PvP and the PvE tier list.
Well,
And there's a reason why Enterprise is famous in Azure Lane.
Oh man, that lucky E.
When she says Owarida.
Oh man. My other fleet, which I am ashamed to admit I haven't gotten to full 120 yet. It's my backup secret weapon in the event that my Iron Blood fleet fails. I have a 120 Centaur, a 120 Enterprise, and a 120 Retro Warspite as backline.
Mm.
So those three
Alright,
together.
Alright, there's three UR ships. Retro Warspite. Retro Warspite is a UR ship.
She wasn't good before. But when she got the retro, she became top tier.
She became a god.
Yeah, and then you put her next to Centaur, who alone is a god already. One of the probably the best carrier right now.
Pero there's the reason why Enterprise is important for PvE is because sometimes matches get decided by her skill. Like who procs the first, like which skill activates first. Because some skills in Azure Lane are gacha based too.
Yeah. Random
Ar-
activation. You
ar-
level up
Random
with
activation.
skills.
you need help from RNGs to activate those skills.
Yes.
Well,
And
they-
Enterprise's skill basically involves her ship. The damage that she deals goes up to 100%,
Mm-hmm.
and she basically becomes invincible for the entire duration of that skill.
Damn.
that's why you have to max level her skill
Mm.
as soon as possible.
So that you get more chance, so that there's the higher chances of her skill activating. And
Mm.
and sometimes there are actually some battles that I saw that gets decided between two enterprises.
Two?
Yes, like there's an enterprise on this team. There's also an enterprise in this team, and sometimes it don't. And sometimes who gets to. And sometimes it goes down to the point where who
It's
gets to activate the skill first
mm-hmm.
wins.
Ah. So it's Enterprise versus Enterprise. Other ships doesn't
Yes.
matter.
No, when the other ships go down, and
Okay.
there's and
Oh, so
only
it's
the two
when
enterprises are
it
left.
comes to 1-on-1. So whoever's the first Enterprise to activate their seals wins.
Mm,
Yep, pretty
yes,
much.
pretty much.
It's a draw. Oh, it also depends on what the level of the enterprise is. We're assuming that they're both 120.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
All right. So let's move on to other gadgets.
Right.
Let's move out of FGO and Azure Lane.
FGO has those mechanics as well in its combat where you
Mm.
have to do combo skill casting. Just saying, it's not
It's,
exclusive.
it's more
Yeah,
on
but-
skill stack skill buff stacking now.
Right.
The more buffs that you give the servant, the higher the damage he will get. He will do.
Let's, if I may bring up another gacha game. Now, I play
What's
this
that?
infrequently.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, very infrequently,
Mhm.
because it killed my phone twice.
Mm-hmm.
Arknights.
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 Also Yostar. Now, made by the same guys who do Azure
Azure
Lane.
Lane.
It's a very different game. It's a
No,
tower
no.
defense.
It's
No,
it's
Yostar is. Wait, is Arknights made
It's
by
Yostar,
no,
right?
it's
Yes.
Your Star is the producer, but the developers are different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yo,
it still falls under the
Azure,
Yostar name.
Azure
though.
Lane and Arknights is made by Yostar, pero is published by Yostar.
But has
Pero
different. But has
the
two
dev is
different.
made by Manju.
Yeah, the dev teams are different. All right, let me. Thanks for clarifying that. That's right. The dev teams are different. I brought that up because in comparison to Azure Lane, which is lighter to play, Arknights is not.
Well,
It's not.
no, I have to say Azure Arknights in terms of gameplay,
It's good.
it's good. It's pretty good, but
It's FGO levels of stressful.
Ye- Actually, no, I cannot compare it to FGO in terms of stress, but maybe story wise, yes. But in terms of in terms of how you play Arknights, it's a lot tedious.
Well-
It's a lot tedious.
It's tower defense. If I were going to dumb it down to an elementary way to describe it, it's Plants versus Zombies with anime characters.
There.
I mean,
Actually, there's also memes that are made because of that.
the game itself is good.
Yeah.
The story itself is well thought out. But it's depressing. I mean, even FGO was lighter. You know, it had moments where it was relaxing to play.
Yeah.
Arknights was not relaxing to play. I mean, I'm stressing out. Like, who's the bad guy? People are dying. The population of
guys,
the world has
guys.
been wiped out.
Guys, wanna know another gacha game which has a more depressing story?
What?
GFL.
What?
Girls Frontline?
Girls from
GFL.
I'll admit I've never played it.
Me too.
Girls Frontline somewhat has a depressing story too.
But
Like some characters actually die there.
Yeah, I've heard that there's a lot of characters in Girls Frontline that has actually died. What?
Yes.
But my question is, have they removed them permanently from the character pool?
I mean, they're out of the story.
They're out of the
They're
out of the story.
I mean, it's just like Azure Lane. Like Bismarck in real life sunk, and even the in-story Bismarck sunk, but there's still Bismarck.
No,
Well,
because
AL explained that though. They gave an explanation to that. AL,
Hmm.
the way minor segue is that AL story is that the sirens are trying to recreate the universe by replaying events to
Mm.
see if they will turn out differently. And
Pero
that's why there's
there's some explanations too, like some I'm not sure, pero some characters in Azur Lane don't actually die. Like Danbart's story. In real life, she sunk as a ship, and also in Azur Lane, she's basically she was also sunk, but somehow in the story they made it so that she's revived
yeah,
and now recovering in a hospital somewhere.
they they think they kind of explained that it was a mirror C thing, that
Mm,
they rewrote the event, how things went. It's pretty much Shinano's storyline.
mm.
She kept
No,
reliving.
Shinano's event is really trippy, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that's because she was dreaming of the actual events
Mm,
that took place, the deaths, the losses, and then she kept reliving them in dreams until she decided to fight and change the event.
mm. Oh,
So
guys, by the way, aside from
sorry, we're
GFL,
back to Azur Lane.
by the way, guys, aside from GFL, there's also another gacha game that
Oh,
has a depressing story.
okay, hit me.
Uh, Honkai Impact 3.
Ah, yes.
You know, I
Hon-
played it once. I played Honkai Impact once, but I never played it again because
Like
my
the
phone.
like I couldn't even mention some of the characters to my little sister because she'd start crying because of their deaths.
I saw
Oh.
the animations. The animations of this were so good. Um, I mean, I wanted to play. I really wanted to play.
You can actually play it on your PC. If you,
Are you gonna
um,
say emulator?
yeah.
I guess I can consider that.
But guys, do you know what I consider as a top tier gacha game now?
What?
Genshin
Genshin
Impact.
Impact.
I thought you would
Yes.
say that.
What?
Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact. Ah, yes. Genshin.
Because of the gameplay. Like the gacha aspect of Genshin Impact is really like it's half of the
Depressing.
game.
It's
Shit.
really
No,
depressing.
No, it's half
No,
of the
the-
game, pero half of the game itself is the gameplay.
This I will praise Genshin Impact the same way he does.
Mm.
Unlike other gacha games, wherein you have you have
Wherein they put a lot of focus on the gacha system itself.
yeah, in in gacha games like Azur Lane, FGO, Girls Frontline.
Like the stories are somewhat minor.
I mean, well, the stories are
And the,
there; they're good,
and the
but
gameplay is really minor too.
the playability is limited by
Mm.
the amount of, say, fuel, the amount of energy,
Mhm.
the amount of bullets, the amount of SP or whatever. After that, you
No,
have to stop playing and let it
no, no, no,
replenish.
no, but their gameplay is kind of simple, to be honest.
No, I mean
Even
that's the
even
point
Azure. Mm.
that's the point I'm getting at. I mean, for instance, Azur Lane, you run out of fuel, you either stop playing the game and wait to replenish fuel, or make ways to get more fuel, or buy the fuel, right?
Yes.
Mm.
Same way with FGO. If you run out of energy,
It's
either level a character or
you
you
use
know-
you use gold you use golden fruits, silver,
Right,
bronze, or if you run
And-
out of those three, you use a Saint Quartz.
Ghost Frontline has the same thing, I believe. So does Honkai Impact. Genshin Impact does not necessarily use that kind of system. You can play for as long as you like.
Yeah.
I mean, it does have a.
It's basically Breath of the Wild, but with gacha.
Yes.
I mean, it does have a. There is a bar. No? There is a point bar, but the point bar is mostly for unlocking certain things, like for the mini quests on the map.
Mm-hmm.
That you fight those elementals, and then they leave behind a plant or something, and you use the what do you call those gems? You use those gems to
Primo
revive
gems.
them. Yeah, you use them to revive. So you have I have, like, right now I have 160 per day, and then you use around 20 to 30 every time you choose to use them in those things. But it doesn't stop you from playing. You can keep playing the story. I mean, you may have the shittiest gacha in the world, but that doesn't mean you're.
It also has the free roam. It also basically has a free roam system.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what makes Genshin Impact
Really
one of
good.
the
It's
one of the
RPG.
one of the one of the best gacha games out there right now. It's because the way the way that the Genshin Impact team handles the game itself, they don't actually focus on what
gacha
most
system.
the gacha system. What most do usually. So, but some gacha games where you focus on the story, and once you're done, you're done. Genshin Impact, you can
That's
explore
the
the
actual
world.
gameplay.
You can explore the world outside of the story itself. You can you can explore the highest peak of
Like, basically, you can interact with the world with
yes,
as a whole.
yes. That's what makes Genshin Impact enjoyable to some, because some of us actually don't have the
Some
capacity to buy
some don't even
um,
care. Some don't even care about the gacha system. All
Mm.
they care about is the content.
the content. Correct? Yes,
I'll be honest, I
Like
played
I
it
said,
for Aoyuki.
it's basically a free to play Breath of the Wild.
yes. With
And
more
despite
characters.
that, despite that being a fact, the amount of money spent on Genshin Impact is insane.
Insane.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
yes, it's a whole game, but people who gotcha for it. Because, alright, let's be fair.
Like
Genshin Impact gotcha
basically
system,
that's where they get their profits. Like
yeah.
that's why they're able to push it out as a free to play game despite having a gameplay of a AAA game.
Imagine if they gave you this, they gave you the full game. It's for free. You can play whenever you want, however you want, yada yada yada. But if you really want better stuff, which you will eventually need, and which you could either work for or randomly get from a gacha, you can gacha for it. Oh, heads up, our rates suck.
actually a lot of people compare the gacha rates of FGO and Genshin Impact at one
Impact.
point, because
I will say that the rates of FGO are better than Genshin Impact.
that's exactly what I'm going to point at, because a lot of players who both play FGO and Genshin Impact says that I've been in FGO gacha hell. Why the hell am I going to Genshin gacha hell now?
You know, remember the Klee event?
The
The Klee event, yeah, I spent so much. Alright, I spent so much rolling for Klee. I did not get Klee. You know what I did get?
No.
What?
You know what I did get? I got 5 to 6 fizzles. And right now she's the most powerful character I've got. I don't I mean beside her, Shan Yu, Kaya, and Aoyuki. I mean, I don't use Kiching as much. Is it pronounced Keking? Kiching? Kishing?
Kitching.
Kiching.
It's kitchen.
She was my Virgil, my main character in the beginning. Then when I ended up getting so many physicals, and I maxed out her constellation. Woo, boy.
So you got a fish full of officials.
Yep. I mean, that was one day of rolls.
One day?
One freaking day of rolls. No clees. Again, I spent a lot. But after that, you know, I said, okay, maybe I got this many officials because it was the one I was meant to have. And I have not regretted it since, because, you know, having a character at max constellation is no freaking joke.
Yeah.
It's even, and I've managed to level up all her weapons and everything else so far, so she's pretty much a monster. And having said that, if you're playing the story and you have a monster that strong, you'll just end up speedrunning the quests, you know, the story quests. It does happen.
But here's what I want to ask. Because Genshin Impact can be played in multiple platforms.
Yes.
So, what do you guys prefer to play it in? In your mobile phone, console, or in a PC?
PC.
I play on PS4 because my phone can handle Genshin.
PC.
Having said that as well, it doesn't limit. We're not restricted from playing with other
Yeah,
players on PC.
you can actually play it on multi-platforms. If you're done playing with your phone, you can actually continue to play it in your PC. Or if you don't want to play in your PC, you want to boot your console, you can play it on your console. That's how Genshin
Right.
Impact works.
That's right. I like this game.
Maybe I should return playing Genshin Impact at one point.
But for younger people, I think they can really invest the time in it. Sadly, I am not as young as I used to be.
You're old.
I am old.
You're
So
old.
I think the last 2 days is the longest I've played any video game in a while, and it wasn't even a gacha game.
Wasn't even a gacha game.
It wasn't even a gacha game. I just decided to play it on a whim,
Mm-hmm.
and then I remembered, oh wait, I can try out these new things, and then I have these new mods. Oh, I can summon scorpions. It's like, okay, so
Alright, so let's move out of Genshin Impact for a while now. And there's a couple of gacha games that I really need to ask you guys if you have ever played them.
Rockman X.
Including the odd ones.
Including the odd ones, because I have quite a list.
Is Uma Musume part of that list?
Yes.
I have not played that game, but I have friends who are playing that game, and I watched them
I-
play it. It's good.
I have not played that game yet, but I've watched the anime.
Okay, so try to list down all of the odd games that you have played, and we'll see if some of us here that's present have played them. Okay, who's gonna start?
Rockman X. I find that odd.
I have played that. I have played
I
that.
haven't played it.
I mean, they brought back Iris from Rockman X4, and she's a yandere bad guy. It's the FGO of Mega Man games.
Yeah.
Rockman games.
Well, the story there is in Rock, because if you play the beginning of the game, they said that the history of Rockman has been fragmented and you need to gather all of the fragments for you to save the Rockman universe.
Hey, kitty.
Yeah.
So basically, Fate Grand Order Rockman.
Yes, pretty much.
Guys, do you know what's the OG gacha game?
The OG gacha game.
Like,
Lotto.
the really original.
PCSO Lotto.
As far as I can remember, as far as I can remember.
Want me to show you guys? I have it on my phone right now.
Sure.
I'm sure.
Sure.
This game.
The hell?
This fucking game.
What the hell is that?
It's on a oldies will know it. It's called a Video Carrera.
Ah!
Oh wow!
It's basically the grandfather to Uma Musume.
The original. I was
That's
calling
what-
myself
that's what-
old, but I will admit maybe this makes me feel a bit young because I didn't recognize it.
Yeah, me too.
And that wasn't even online.
like,
That was on
that's why-
TV.
Yes, like that's why I kind of call Uma Musume
Come here.
the modern Video Carrera.
Not gonna lie.
But with horse girls.
Not gonna
guys.
lie, it's true. Not gonna lie, but it's true.
Hey guys, I got someone saying hello.
Hello, kitty.
Hello there. Good
Okay, let
cat.
me get mine. Let me get mine. Just a sec.
I'm gonna let mine out. Right, go, go.
Mine is downstairs and does not like to be bothered.
There. Who's heavy? I didn't know he was here. Oh, we have another cat in here.
Yep. Oh, that's right. Here's mine.
Hello there.
Why, hello there, kitty.
What? What? You don't want to be on camera? Want to be a star?
Are you seeing my
dude.
people? I'm naked.
No, you don't want to. Oh.
Wait, do you guys know that Ragnarok game? Isn't that a gacha?
It's not a
The mobile
gacha.
Ragnarok.
Is that a god?
It's not a gacha. It's just an MMO.
Is it really just an MMO?
I'm not quite sure because I haven't actually played it. But
It's
as
just an MMO. Mama mo obsessed.
Mama mo. Wow.
MMORPG, mamo-obsess sa rugby parang gago.
All right. You want to know one of the original gacha game, the original online gacha game that I played
What?
from
Oh,
all
what is
the
it?
Ragnarok Online. Why is it a gacha game? You go
Why?
hunting for a boss. You want a headgear. You want a card. You beat that boss. It drops nothing you want. So
Ouch.
you
Ah,
wait 2 to 3 hours for them to respawn, and then you fight again. Nothing. The drop the drop rates. I mean, I kid you not, the drop rates were 0.00001% drop rates.
Oh my
They
god.
were that bad.
Abysmal.
Anything ab- anything above a 0% was good. It was so good that it was still bad because you'd still have to go. I spent 4 weeks. No, no, no. The first time I was mining in what's the name of that? The name of that dungeon. Jesus, I can't remember. But I was mining Gearts for Elven Ears. I had to keep fighting Elven Ears, hoping it would drop him. It's a
Mhm.
headgear.
Mhm.
Spent 3 weeks. The first week I had no bots. It was me sleeping 3 hours a day, playing consistently, and nothing. I leveled up to 100 doing those hunts, and then it got to a point that I ended up using a bot. You know,
A
a bot
bot?
system. Yeah, it became in the beginning it was illegal, but after a while it did become legal to use bots
Mhm.
to auto hunt. Because holy crap, man, we're only human. So I left it on auto hunt for about 2 weeks and a half, and only I think at the end of the month at that time did it come up with one elven ears,
One Piece.
one piece,
One Piece.
just one. So that's super gacha, and that's not even a boss monster. Now imagine fighting a boss monster with a similar drop rate for headgear that gives stats like that.
Ouch.
And the respawn, and you're not the only one fighting for it. So you fight as a party. The item could go to any one of you.
Oh dear.
Oh
And then
god.
the spawn time is like anywhere between 3 to 4 hours to 9 hours to 24 hours a day.
Damn.
So that was gotcha hell. Now, how did this
That
game
gets
turn in?
better.
Yeah, the game was literally gotcha hell on DSL. Some of us were playing on dial-up.
Ah, the times of dial-up.
Yep, yep.
Man,
ISP Bonanza.
it makes me
ISP
feel so.
Bonanza shit.
Well,
Those were the
those were the
days
good old days.
Those were the days.
where you buy 100 peso bonanza card and then you try to connect. You try to scratch it. You load it, and then the infamous
Don't worry,
loading.
guys.
I could,
We got
guys.
15k BPS.
Hey guys, I could hear the oldie saying, "Ma, wag kang tumawag, naglalaro ako."
Oh, oh yeah, that was a thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, that
If
was
somebody used the if you use the landline, you get disconnected from the internet.
that was a thing.
You know
Oh,
that happened with DSL connections too in the
really?
Wait,
beginning.
really?
At the
Yeah,
beginning?
yeah. Some DSL connections in the beginning, if you lifted the phone, would get disconnected.
Damn.
Oh my god, yeah,
They,
that was terrible. That
thank
was
God for
terrible.
technology for having
Thank God
improved.
for technology.
I mean,
Uh,
I remember
like
the dial-up.
we
You got
went
56k BPS modem, 56k BPS. That's a lot. And then
like
DSL came along. You have
like we
60.
went, dude. We went from 15 kbps to 15 mbps.
I, I'm on 35, bro.
Ooh.
Same.
I mean,
I'm on 30.
I,
I'm on 30. I'm on 35.
I remember the beginning. We were like I was browsing with 8k BPS. Internet Explorer loading an
Ah!
image so
Guys.
slowly.
Guys, do you guys want to know my really first constant experience with internet?
What?
Go ahead.
Go
Was it
ahead.
school?
It's actually with the globe tattoo.
Oh man. Okay, that
Oh,
was actually
what
good because that was a
what
little faster than dial-up.
Yep.
wanna know the data cap on that?
Ah,
Ah,
oh yeah, okay, that's where you lose. They did put capping on it. They did put
What?
capping on the globe tattoo.
Well, it's basically prepaid. Like you just have it loaded up. Wanna know how many, like how big the data cap is?
Wasn't
how
it
mo-
three? Wasn't it 2 or 3 Mbps per
I'm
download?
I'm not sure, pero the data cap is just actually 800 megabytes.
Dude, that's 1 day of Facebook.
Yes.
Streaming alone is already 200
And
plus, 300
and
plus.
take note, we got to actually download music videos because of that. Like
Um,
we got to actually download music videos because of that. So like granted it's mostly that 3GPs. Like MP4s are actually kind of a luxury.
I, I will. Mr. Ondoy, about almost a decade ago.
Then
Um,
guys, it actually kind of improved when we got Y Tribe. Like you could literally use
eh,
it everywhere as long as you have something to plug with.
White
That
Tribe's gone,
act,
right?
yeah,
I,
I don't
I,
think it
I,
exists anymore. Pero
because I have a story to
pero
tell you about
pero
them.
if I recall, we actually have like 1 gigabyte of data cap per day there.
Let me tell you what happened to me with White Tribe. White Tribe was at Cherry Foodarama,
Mm,
around Project 8, Congressional Avenue,
mm,
back in 2009,
wow,
2010, 2000,
specific.
2010, 2010. And they were new, they were brand new.
Mhm.
mm.
They had a desk outside. They were advertising that White Tribe provides you 1.5 to 2 or something, 1.5 Mbps internet download. And then I went up to them because at this time I was already afraid of capping.
Mhm.
Capping sucks.
Yep.
Capping sucks. So I asked them, "Do you
Thank
guys
God
have?"
for unlimited Thank God for unli cap.
Thank God for fiber. 'Cause I went up to her and said, "Do you guys have capping?" Yes, but if you but she said after midnight to 7 a.m. there is no capping.
Ah yes, it's true. It's true.
No, it's not.
No,
Not at
no,
that time.
it's true in my end.
On my end, it wasn't because
Ah.
what happened was
Mm.
I got it and I'm night shift, so I only used the internet from 11:30 in the evening until around 6:30, and then everything else is just paperwork. So
Ah.
within 3 days, I reached my cap. 3 days, I reached my cap, and I was only using it at night. And then I told them that lady was advertising that there's no cap from midnight to 7 a.m. You know what they told me? Customer service.
What?
They said there was no such thing. They literally told us more than once there was no such thing as no cap from midnight to 7 a.m.
Really?
Yeah,
What? That's false
there,
advertising.
exactly, exactly. I was upset because I spent a lot of money.
Ah,
I even
I
paid
guess
more money to unlock the cap. To extend
I
the cap.
guess I guess that's why we have no data cap in those so that they won't be charged with false advertising.
I mean, I will say that this was a long time ago. Maybe this is true now, but at the time it was happening, which is a long time ago. Do you still is White Tribe still active? No more, no. They're
No.
gone, right?
I don't think so.
I don't
Okay,
I
well,
don't actually see any white tribe um
because when it was happening for me, I was seeing that there were a lot of similar complaints. They were deleting comments on their Facebook page. It got that bad.
Mm.
So
maybe that's the reason why white tribe is no longer here.
and yeah, it's possibly that. And they even had the gall to tell me, tell you what, you guys signed me up for a bond payment, but you signed me up for a bond payment on a guise of something I expected to get but wasn't going to get. So am I going to be held liable for something you lied to me about?
Pero guys, I'm actually I actually have fond memories of downloading my first hentai using Y Tribe.
I couldn't. I was working.
I could I could even remember I can even remember what the title is.
I'm
Wow.
I'm actually curious now. Are you willing to tell us over the air, or is it
Uh,
a dangerous nuclear code?
it's
It's a
a
danger. Hindi, hindi,
you,
ano.
I think let's reserve
After
that
this, after the podcast,
after the podcast because we're way off track on our gacha topic.
No, no, no. It's still related because if we're talking about gacha, we're relating the experiences of the internet in the
Well,
beginnings of how gacha games were.
that's true.
I
Actually,
mean,
actually, guys, wait. I'm just gonna say it in the honest impressions chat.
Okay.
okay. When he sends it, I'm gonna read it out loud.
Fuck you. I'm not gonna send it anymore.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay, send
Um,
it now.
oh my god!
You you familiar with that?
Oh yeah, I have this.
Oh no.
Actually, if you probably give me a title, I would. There's a 90% chance I tell you that I either own it, have it stored, or it's in my phone.
Uh-huh. Why
But
you?
yep, that's decent. I like this one. This is
Uh-huh.
hot.
It's a
It's a
classic
little.
for me.
It's wild though.
It's a good
Um,
classic for me.
Urotsuku Doji. No, 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 no. Man, moving on. moving on.
Moving on. Moving on.
Um,
Let's move back to gacha.
when we say gacha, the origin of the term gacha comes from
It's
the
gachapon.
gashapons, which we have here. I remember spending money on gashapons in Data Blitz. No, 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 not Data Blitz. Comic Alley when Comic Alley was fun.
Still,
They still
well,
have
when
I
they're still
remember those
relevant.
gachapon.
When they're still
Actually,
relevant.
there's actually still gachapons in. If I recall, I saw one in Toy Kingdom and in. I think it's still around the
They're still around. Even
Yoshinoya.
Gachapon
No,
is still
Yoshinoya.
it's
Greenbelt One has gashapons.
Mm.
Gashapon is still live and well. You can actually see them anywhere where you can buy toys. But in terms of Comic Alley,
Eh,
they're
Well,
irrelevant
here
now. So
well, I won't say irrelevant. That's kind of cruel, but I will say that they are different now from what they used to be,
like
and
it's not it's
it's not
they're
the
different
same.
from the good old days.
yep,
In the olden days when they first opened as a cubicle in the middle of the pathway in SM South Mall, back when I was a wee lad, there was no gashapon. They had lots of manga, they had lots of merch, they had audio CDs, and then anime fans started picking them up. Later on, they started getting more merchandise, really good merchandise, mind you, limited edition stuff. And then the
Mm.
gashapons came in. They had Higurashi no Nakokoro ni gashapons, and I hit that so hard. I had so many Higurashi gashapons. I had Ryugurina, I had Mion Sunuzaki, I had Rika Furude, I had uh, Satoko. What was her last name? Hojo Satoko. Uh, I don't think I had a Keiichi, but long story short, when gashapons are called gashapons because they're random. You
yeah,
never really
Mm.
know. You know what you're rolling for.
because
You
it's
pay money
shown
to roll
in the
in the
Gashapon
cover of the
machine.
box.
Yeah,
Right, but you don't know what you're gonna get.
yeah,
So that was the fun part about that. And when you translate that into
so
media, into games, it's now coined as a term for anything which has a random chance of being obtained
yep.
that you have to put an effort for.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm.
rolling or combat, gambling,
Pero technically
EA games.
pero, tech, ga- pero technically gachapons also have the like I hear the argument that putting PT system in gacha doesn't make it a gacha anymore. Like shit, dude, even the real gachapons have a sort of PT system.
The real gachapons now have a pity system. I think after a certain number of rolls, somebody will assist you by grabbing one and putting one in the receptacle.
No, no,
Just
no, no,
one.
no. They even have a they even have a crude PT system where you need to empty it out first, and like basically if you empty it out, you're guaranteed to get a rare one.
I think there. I guess it depends on the gacha. As I remember watching,
Mm.
was Rusha or Pekora? She was doing the gacha roll, and I think she did so many rolls that a hand appeared, a literal human hand appeared, grabbed one and put it in the receptacle. Yes, yes,
Wait,
because they
is that the one in what's that called? Moon what?
yeah they have a roll count. So if you hit a certain number of rolls and not get your gacha,
It
somebody
alerts
will
someone.
yeah to feel sorry for you and and
Guys,
give you something.
guys. If I could imagine that someone was like I could I could imagine that the alert goes like someone is stupid enough to spend all their money in this, so why not give them a helping hand?
It's not
A
stupid.
Wait,
literal helping hand.
it might be called someone is stupid enough to spend all of their money alert.
But I think I'll rephrase that. It's only stupid if they're spending the money that they don't actually have. If you have
Ah.
the
Yes,
money and you can afford it, it's an investment.
it's an investment.
It's like, oh, you want another gacha? Stock exchange.
Stock exchange.
I mean, seriously, I'm gonna put $100 into shares in this particular coffee brand, and I'm expecting huge returns by the end of the week. You're gambling that money. It may or may not come. Turns out the company goes bankrupt and you lose 10 times more. So it's a gotcha with punishment system.
It's basically a gacha for the discerned gentleman.
Pretty
You
much.
want
The,
you want a refined gotcha? Next Sunday, I am going to the supermarket. I will taya the lotto. I will scratch the numbers. I will pay for the boxes, and I will watch the draw. And maybe the gacha will pull my numbers. If
oh
not,
please,
then
oh please don't remind me because I have I actually went to get lottery tickets, and after a few times I gave up. No more.
I will never give up on something like this.
Guys, do you guys want to know what I consider as gacha even if others don't treat it as gacha?
What?
Sure, sure. What?
Bowling.
Wow,
Ah.
that's a literal roll.
like when I roll the ball and roll in bowling, it's basically a gacha whether I hit a pin or not.
It's only a
Because
gacha if you don't know
it's
what you're doing.
yes, exactly. That's why it's a gacha for me.
Well,
I don't
you
know
will
what
have
the
the worst
going.
gacha if you have the splips.
You want to know what the true gacha is?
What is it?
Life.
Ah, yes.
Man, this is getting too real, man, too real.
Because you'll never know
Getting
if you'll
too
wake up
real.
the next day.
Oh no, it's too
It's a
late.
it's a gacha if you're still gonna wake up. Like what? Like it's basically God is basically giving you pity system every day that you wake up.
Okay, let's go back to
Oh,
games. Let's go back to games. This is getting too real.
now let's change the perspective a bit. We were looking at online. We've tackled the physical aspect of gacha. Uh,
the
gacha games
possible,
themselves.
the possible origins of gacha as well.
Right, right. And everything has a gacha mechanic one way or another nowadays.
Yep.
Um, anything you buy, this is gonna sound too real again, but technically everything we do is a gacha.
Everything. Whenever you're ordering something from China, it's a gacha.
Whenever you take a shower, it's going to be a gacha whether you shower in acid or actual water.
When
Everything
So
is gacha.
when buying canned foods, it's gonna be a gacha because you don't know whether that food is still fresh or not.
can you stop dropping my frame arms, girl, Kitty? Stiletto is suffering. Stop it.
Real life suffering, my man. Real life suffering.
Oh, hang on. I have a
Every
visitor.
day I'm suffering.
Basically, we do not call that gacha. We call that game of life.
That's a is that the time that you sing every day I'm suffering? Like can you still consider it gacha when you're getting 100% suffering every day?
I don't know. I do not know.
Do not know for sure.
But anywho, let's go back to gacha games
Yeah.
for now because it's becoming
It's
too
becoming too
real. It's becoming too real for us. Okay, but let me ask you this. Because I have a couple of gacha games here on my phone that are currently installed that you guys may know.
Is
Uh,
it Be the King?
no. It's
Is it
different.
Girls
Ban-
X Battle?
No,
How about Bandori?
no, I don't. I don't
Wait,
actually.
Bandori, yeah, it does have a gacha element, but I think the gacha element is just for the girls themselves.
Yeah.
It's more of a rhythm game, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's a rhythm game with gacha system built in.
mm,
Okay,
Like
okay,
there's a gacha system shoehorned.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
okay. So there's a couple of things that I want to ask in terms of if you guys have played this. Okay, so in relations to Ragnarok, which Hal has talked about earlier,
Mhm.
have you guys played Grand Chase Mobile?
No,
Not yet.
no. I swore I would stay away from that.
Oh,
mean,
believe me,
I,
the story is great, you know, but gotcha, no.
I've sworn off when Grand Chase came along.
Hmm.
It was after I had played
Ragnarok.
Tantra. No,
Oh,
after Ragnarok, Tantra,
mm-hmm.
Cabal, Perfect World.
Yo, those are really old titles now.
Yeah.
Dude,
Why
after
do I
Ragnarok,
why do I still
Online,
fucking remember them?
MU. Of course, I remember them. I remember most of every game I've ever played, and every one of these games had gotcha elements, and they pissed me off, and which is why I quit. I mean,
Tantra, Cabal, Lineage 2. Holy shit.
yeah, I remember that school one,
Ran
the
online, ran.
ran online, and then I mean these are mostly MMOs, but every MMO has a gotcha system incorporated into it
Yeah.
in some way or form.
World of Warcraft.
Ah, well, I will. Yes, that does have a gotcha system.
You can't deny it, man. You cannot deny it.
I cannot. I really cannot. Um, it exists in everything. Um, Sino Alice, I think, was the last one I played.
Sino
The,
Alice.
I
Actually,
enjoy that one. I actually enjoy that one.
Sino Alice, yeah. Actually played that one, but there is
I
one.
dropped it.
But
I loved it, but I dropped it.
but there's still a couple of games that I want to ask you guys if you have played it.
Hit me.
Illusion Connect.
Illusion Connect.
Not familiar.
Yes, I am very familiar. I wasn't sure if it was good. So because I see a lot of app ads online, so I thought it was just another one of those girls X battle type of games.
No, it's actually a pretty good game, but gotcha rates I can say it's pretty fair, but
Abysmal? Oh, it's not abysmal. Okay.
it's not abysmal, but the only thing I hate about Illusion Connect is that every 2 weeks they have new events.
That's fairly normal, isn't it?
No, but here's the thing. Once you have finished the event, there's no rest period where some gacha games are. After that 2 weeks event, you're gonna have another one, and then you're gonna have another one after that, and after that,
So
and
basically, it's the relentless.
yes,
Like it's the relentless gacha.
yep. And
Relentless events.
I think Hal has heard of this. Maybe because he's a Tales fan. Crestoria.
Yes. Yes. That it's the FGO of Tales games.
Yes.
But it maintains the Tales combat system, which I like. I mean, it didn't dumb down its game system. It
Yeah.
managed to maintain the the Tales combat system, which is good. I like it. I like it.
And
Did I ever play it? No, I never played it because I don't like FGO.
well, that, I can say that
I mean, I don't like FGO
they actually
methodology.
they actually kept the original battle system in Crestoria, and
Yeah, they
how
did. They did.
how they introduced the story. But if you haven't actually played some of the Tales games that incorporated in Crestoria, you're gonna get lost. You're going to get lost.
They're a Pokemon gacha.
I think that's for trainers. For trainers specifically.
Pokemon is technically a gacha.
On its own, it's a gacha.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hunt myself a Pikachu. Oh no, for the 600th time, another freaking Ratata.
Like basically the Ratata and the other common Pokemons are basically the common rarity,
I mean,
pulls.
it's double gacha because one, it's the summons. It's the creature itself, the Pokemon itself. That's a random roll. Two, capturing them is a gacha on its own because you
Yes.
may or may not catch them.
True.
Although you can improve your chances of catching them by damaging them. But then whether or not you kill them when you damage them is another
It's
story
also a
altogether.
gacha.
Yep.
It's a story on its own. Okay, so how about this one? How about this one? Uh, this one has been advertised by some of the Hololive girls, and I think you know this one.
14.
Princess Connect.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Never played it.
Let's connect.
I
Have you?
know this one because of nuclear codes. What? You expect me to lie? I'm not gonna lie about that.
Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie as well. Those nuclear codes are pretty good. Pretty good.
I have needs.
We all have needs.
So that's how I know of Princess Connect, especially the Yandere one. I like her. I never even watched the anime.
Actually, the gameplay, I can compare it to what? Um, I can actually compare it to some of the games that I already mentioned. Illusion Connect is one of them. Yeah, they almost have the same gameplay. If you're curious, how about this
Wait,
one?
wait. A minor segue. I know another kind of gacha game that we haven't discussed yet.
What?
Card games.
I'm actually going to there. I'm
But-
actually going
By
there.
the way, guys,
I'm actually going there. I'm actually going there.
Oh wait,
BRB,
you li-
guys,
okay.
I need to take a mad leak.
All right, sure.
Actually, me too. Let me
Okay.
go ahead and
Okay, so I'm gonna put my card in there as well because I need to do the business as well. So we're going to do a short break for now, and be right back in a few moments. So you guys stay tuned. Hello everyone, we are back from our for our short break. So
Yeah, I had a fashion change. I mean, uh, uh, uh. Vogue, Vogue. So,
okay, so where were we stopped? Card games
Tigers.
on motorcycle.
I mean, all right, all right. First example. What was your first card game?
That I've ever played with Hearthstones.
I'm not talking about digital. I'm talking about physical.
Physical, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
MTG, but I
Yeah.
only dabbled a bit in that. I haven't really fully played it yet.
I played MTG, Yu-Gi-Oh, Force of Will, Pokemon. And all of these are gacha. You know how?
Ooh.
Yeah. You know how you know? All right. You got a deck. You have a starter deck, right? That everybody has a starter deck.
Yes.
So starter deck has a fixed amount set of cards.
Yep.
But if you want other cards, you gotta buy a booster pack.
Yep.
Are you sure of the contents of the booster pack? No.
No.
So you buy one, you buy two, you buy three, you buy four, hoping you get the one you want in maybe 4 packs. 2 boxes of 18 to 50 packs later. Where is my card?
But I think they already fixed that somehow. I think what they do there now is each boxes has a rare card that you can get. But
Each box has a rare card.
has
Doesn't say,
Has a
doesn't
rare
specify how
card.
many times it's in there. It has
Yeah.
a rare.
It
would
has a
never
rare
specify how
card.
many. And you never know if you're gonna get it. Technically a gacha.
Yep.
You
So-
never know what you're getting.
Even anything that's a random chance, anything that's RNG. I mean, we used to call it RNG. It's now gacha. The new term for RNG is gacha.
So basically, a box of chocolates are also gacha.
Oh.
Is it because you're not gonna
Because
know if you
you'll
get
never know
diabetes or
what
not?
No, because you'll never know what you get. Forrest Gump reference, by the way.
Oh man, I should have seen that one coming. I should have seen that one coming. My joke was bad. I said, "Oh, your chocolates are gacha. Oh, is it because you never know if you're gonna get diabetes or not? Oh no, because you never know what you're gonna get. Well, technically, it still fits.
Well, you never know what you're gonna get. You might.
I'll
get
tell you what you're gonna
diabetes
get. You're gonna get diabetes. is what you're gonna get.
Okay, how about on the digital front? Have you guys played
Shadowverse Hearthstone is definitely gacha.
Not really. Not
When
really.
you buy packs, it's the same thing. It's the same logic as buying MTG card
Yep.
booster packs. I mean, I think that we should what? How about really bad gacha games? Can you think of one?
Raid Shadow Legends?
Well, Raid Shadow Legends isn't actually that bad. I mean, it's meme to hell, but it's not that bad. The game
Okay.
itself is fairly decent. I'll give it props. It's, I mean,
Wait,
the-
you actually find it really decent?
if-
Holy shit, dude.
I find it fairly decent. Fairly decent. mean, I-
Barely decent.
Dude, I've played worse things. Raid Shadow Legends at least put effort.
Okay.
Good point.
Good point.
You know what
but-
else put effort and failed?
What?
You know what else put effort? EA games.
Ah,
NBA with that random gotcha roster of characters.
no. It's a surprise mechanic.
Surprise mechanics. It's gambling according to Denmark.
It's surprise mechanics. But
You don't.
Denmark says otherwise.
Here's the thing. You don't play NBA for the basketball game anymore. You play the game to get the character, to get the player that you want.
It's
Indeed.
you have to consider the fact that gacha players are weebs. 80 to 90% of gacha players are
Yes, are
weebs.
weebs.
So if you're gonna put gacha in a sports game, you better be thinking real hard about the future of your company. Because right now, EA, how has EA been doing?
Fairly,
Not-
fine somehow, fairly
you
fine.
sure?
They're still miraculously surviving.
They're still surviving in a sense.
Surviving is the key phrase here. They should be excelling. They're EA. But
Oh.
now they're just surviving. I wonder how Blizzard is. Oh no.
Oh no.
No, with the current situation in the activity.
Guys, EA situation right now is also gacha.
I mean, even controversies are gotcha. Will you be acquitted? Will you be found guilty? Will you be both? Guilty and acquitted, or will you be innocent but guilty?
But guilty.
It's the worst form of gotcha. Real life.
We are
Man.
all players in the game of life.
Was it William Shakespeare said, "All the world's a stage, and all the men and women are merely players." Something like that. But
Somewhere.
Gundam has a gacha, doesn't it? Gundam has gacha as well.
Gundam
Yeah,
Builder Mobile.
yeah.
Gundam.
Yeah, Gundam as gacha. You won't know if the Gundam that you'll go in is actually a good Gundam or you actually get shot at it first.
I remember the first Gundam gacha I played with from years ago was Gundam Capsule Gundam.
Alright, guys. Being a stormtrooper is also a gacha. because you'll never know if you'll be stationed in a peaceful planet or a planet where the main characters are.
I thought you're talking about the way they shoot things.
Yeah, that too.
I'm just taking vitamins.
No. It's not a gacha. Because they miss 100% all the time. It's not a gacha anymore.
What's that?
It's vitamins.
Vitamins.
Yeah, it's a herbal supplement.
Vitamin C for cocaine.
I need it because it helps me
You need
sleep.
cocaine.
Wait, cocaine? Are you kidding? Ew. This is mostly made up of vitamin B, vitamin A, magnesium, zinc. You know,
Vitamins. It's also a gacha.
Phosphorus, mercury,
I think
Agent Orange, mustard gas.
survival is a gacha. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's weird that we were BM, we were talking about this the other day where we were talking about how the scope of gacha is so vast. You could begin with games and end up at Ragnarok Online. I never expected we'd be talking about
Real life.
Yeah, you know, there are some real world jokes that I can make, but I feel if I do them, it would be so bad taste that it's just bad.
Maybe.
So I'm gonna veer away from that, even though a part of me is really aching to say them. it's. Oh yeah. Sorry. Random question. Is my stream alongside your audio lagged? It's delayed, right?
It's delayed, yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this now, and you won't see it until the next few seconds. You won't know what I just did until I'm already talking about something else.
Mhm.
Like the moon. The moon is a gacha. There it is.
Guys. I'll do you one better. The sun is a gacha.
You mean why
You're
it
not-
hasn't killed us yet?
Yes. You never know when a solar flare will hit us.
Actually, solar flares hit us every day. The gacha
Yeah, but
is whether or not the electromagnetic field of the planet gives way or not.
yes.
You know what's more gacha than a gacha game?
What?
An asteroid coming near Earth.
That's too
Yes.
real world for me. That's too real world for me. All right, you want a real? You,
But the sun
you want,
isn't?
you want a real gacha game?
What?
You want a real honest to god gacha game?
What?
Pregnancy.
Oh! whether the condom has been broken or not.
That's one. There's still the subject of which sperm gets to the egg.
Yes.
And then there's still the fact of growing up, whether he's gonna turn out to be a dick, or she's gonna be a dick.
Or she's gonna have a dick.
You said that, not me. You said that, not me. I realized the error of my ways in going to that subject, but you finished it. You bear the responsibility of that.
Okay. I think it's time for us to wrap things up because boy,
This is getting too far.
oh boy. I can't wait for I can't wait for anyone to give us give us any sort of feedback
Or give us flack.
of this time.
I mean, it's all right. It's a normal thing. You know what? PM, just cut that. Just edit that last part out for the love of God. just edit it out of the VOD and be safe.
Okay, sure.
Jesus Christ. Just save us the agony. All right. 3, 2, 1, and we will never discuss this part again.
Of course.
Yep. Oh man. So this is what happens with train bang, huh? Dear God.
Dear God.
Well, train bang manifesting again is a gotcha. being seen, I don't know what would be cool if it would be awesome if I can actually be in a stream with him.
Look, guys, do you know what's also a gacha?
What?
Getting banned by Twitch.
Oh,
That's
please
not a
don't.
gotcha. That's not a gotcha anymore.
Please don't. No, I don't want to get that gacha. I don't want to get that gacha.
I would love to stream with Train Bang. See how much gotcha I can pull out of that guy's ass. Seriously. He's loud. He's fucking loud. Laughs too much. Jesus Christ.
He's fucking loud.
He's loud.
He's fucking loud.
He's louder than me.
No.
I mean,
Does he fuck loud?
No. Don't go there, man. Don't go there.
I cannot properly answer you. We have not reached second base.
I don't know. This podcast is devolved so much.
This is cursed. Cursed the real curse of the podcast is the gotcha. Because the real curse happens at the end. Or does it? Or does it not? Or does it? Who knows?
We don't know. We're not.
I never know.
We will never know.
Or will we? Oh man! I mean, that would be an interesting stream, you know. Just a segue
guys.
on that. Yeah.
Hey guys, I also have something that I could consider gacha, but
What?
I'm not. But I won't say it here. I'll say it
Don't-
after the podcast. ends.
After the stream, we'll just talk about all the random shit that we can talk about that we cannot talk during this stream. Okay. I haven't
Gotcha. Sperm and egg gotcha. No, sorry, lady. You only got 1 star.
You know what? You know, I can also there's also a gacha. Work is also a gacha if you know what I mean.
If you have a shitty boss or not.
No, if you got the job that you want or not.
No,
But it's mitigated by if you can mitigate the gotcha by spending extra, you know, increasing your chances.
probably just gacha.
You get premium gems. Pay for the premium gems that give you better attire, nicer cologne, lack of nervousness, and proper diction during the interview. If you're doing free to pay gotcha, you go there in your shorts with a piece of paper that says "I want work."
And after getting that gacha, after receiving that gacha, there's also another gacha during that.
There's always gotcha inside the gotcha.
When
Oh, sweepstakes is a gotcha.
oh my god, you'll never know what number you're going to get.
Voting for a politician is a gacha because you'll never know if he's gonna stay true to his words or not go through with his promises.
Oh,
If we're gonna go into that topic, I am going to say
What?
I have nothing to say.
Okay.
No, I programmed myself not to respond to political stuff anymore.
Yeah, might
At
as
the
well
moment,
end it. Might as
Yeah.
well end this before
Just-
we get
Yeah.
banned.
you gotta kill this. You gotta kill this now
You
before,
gotta end this now.
Okay,
before the
so
gotcha gets nuts.
okay, so the lesson that we have learned here in this episode today is
Is that our
Gacha is
podcasts
love.
are always gacha?
Gotcha is Shrek. Gotcha is love. Gotcha is life.
Podcast is a gacha because you'll never know if it will end good or if it will end incoherently.
Anywho, they said that what I wanted to say, so we're just going to end the stream here. Thank you guys for watching and listening to our rambles. And
Oh. I got one more.
okay,
Everything is a gotcha. You'll never know if you're gonna end up in a jar.
oh my god, oh my god, don't go there, man, don't go there.
I might as well end this PM.
Thank you guys for watching and listening to our ramblings about gacha games, from actual gacha games to real and up to into real life. I hope you guys are listening in regards on how life works now, because we're not going to repeat it for you.
Yep, he's editing a majority of this ending portion out to make it clean. Isn't that right, PM?
That's right, because for the love of everything that is holy, come on. I mean,
Yep. Yep, I'll keep a straight face. That was a fairly decent and educational experience. I feel smarter having partaken in this event. I thank you for inviting me and for not inviting Train Bang. Remember, I am Howl, not Train Bang. You had that guy too much. Time for me. I'm the gotcha now. Okay, that doesn't even make any sense. Fuck that. Cut. Again, thank you for having me, Jesus Christ.
Oh boy. I better end this. I may end up in a hospital after this if I don't stop laughing.
Breathe, man. You need air. You need air.
Okay.
Breathing air is a gotcha, but you never know if you're breathing in a fart.
Oh my god. Okay.
Mo hinga utot pala. Okay, tama na. Ayoko na.
Diarrhea is a gacha. You'll never know when it hits.
No, diarrhea is the gotcha. You never know if it's gonna splash back in your ass. Have you heard of Neptune's kiss? When the water bounces back. Biological gotcha mark.
And I have to point this out. Among we're still sober. We're still sober. I haven't actually had a drink during this podcast. So
Coffee. I'm drinking coffee.
Getting drunk is a gacha. You'll never know when you get alcohol poisoning.
Actually, for me, getting drunk is not a gotcha. It's pretty much an eventuality after 8 p.m. It's a guaranteed 5-star SSR.
Alright. Okay. Alright. let's end the stream right now because if I left too hard, I may pass out. That's also a gotcha.
Gotcha is whether he's gonna pass out on the floor, on the chair, or he's gonna float up in the sky and then fall.
Okay.
3 p.m. You don't want to add more stains on the wall.
Mado, come on. Okay, thank you guys for watching. My name is PM. I'm the Noob Titan with Hal and
Hello.
Omorice. And we will see you. Oh my God. We will see you whenever we have a new episode.
Whenever PM decides to call us up again.
See you, everyone.
I'm a better co-host than Train Bang. Remember that, people.